else you would have seen it and found it also written in your man-made Quran. So let us go to chapter 22, ayah 73 and chapter 3, ayah 49 of the Quran and prove from the Quran itself that even the Islamic Jesus, whom you Muslims call Isa, to be God besides Allah as well. Here is chapter 22 of the Quran, ayah 73. O humanity, a lesson is set forth, so listen to it. Those idols, those gods you invoke besides Allah can never create a fly. And in the bottom it says, how powerless are those who invoke and those invoked, meaning the idols or the gods. And
Muslim, when we are quoting from the Bible or Christian scriptures, we are quoting clearly and not deceiving people. We even debated them. But the Christians, when they are trying to quote the Quran, they are doing deception, very clear in deception. In the daylight, very clear. He was quoting, according to him, in Surah Al-Hajj, chapter 22, verse 73. It's mentioned, I will quote, all mankind, a similitude has been coined to listen to it carefully. Verily, those on whom you call beside Allah, cannot create a fly, even though they combine together for the purpose. And if the fly snatches away a thing from them, they will have no power to release it from the fly. So weak are both the seeker and the soul. Meaning, the people, the pagan Arabs, because the pagan Arabs, they have many idols. Allah told Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam for him to also convey this message to the pagan Arabs that what you are worshiping cannot create even a fly in Bisaya, it's langaw. Even you join together, you will join together, and to whom you worship, you join together to create a fly, you cannot create. And whatever the fly had swallowed, you could not remove it from it.
And in chapter 3, ayah 49, we can read, and a messenger to the children of Israel, who will say to them, I've come to you with a sign from your Lord, that is, I create, meaning Isa creates for you from clay something in the shape of a bird. Then I, Isa, blow in it, and it becomes a living bird. To the rest of the ayah. Since Allah in the first ayah in chapter 22, ayah 73, gave us the ultimate challenge that no God or no idol other than Allah can create a fly, yet we see this Isa creating a bird and give it life. So who is Isa exactly, ya Muslimun? Clearly he is God.
At the Christians, how they deceive people. In the broad daylight, they are doing deception. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, we Muslim, we are reading the Quran. So he quoted Surah Al-Imran, chapter 3, verse 49, that Jesus Christ created the bird. He reads like this, and a messenger to the children of Israel who will say to them, I have come to you with a sign from your Lord, that is I create to you from clay something in the shape of a bird. Then I blew it, and it becomes a living bird. So who is creating? Jesus. Therefore, he is God. Because according to the previous verses, it says that even will group together to whom they worship beside Allah and the human being group together, they cannot create a fly. And now Jesus Christ created the bird. So he is God. Because he is created a bird. And you know, bird is more bigger than the fly. right? But look at their deception. They did not continue to read down below. Because if they will continue reading, it's mentioned, then I blow in it and it become the living bird, the will of Allah. The will of Allah. Meaning it's not the will of Jesus. It is by the will of Allah. Because Allah allows it, permitted it, giving the power to Jesus Christ. That's why Jesus Christ able to create a bird from the clay, because Allah granted him the miracles which we believe. It continues, and I create the born and I cure the born blind. The born blind I cure, and the lepers, and I cause the dead to become alive. To become alive by the will of Allah. By the will of Allah. But they never read the word by the will of Allah. They only introduced that Jesus Christ created the bird. He healed the lepers and the born blind, and even give life to the dead. By Jesus Christ, without reading, by the will of Allah. See how they deceive people? My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, thank you very much. This is how the Christian deceive themselves, their fellow brethren in their church, and they also deceive, of course, the Muslim, those ignorant Muslim who are not reading the Quran. Thank you, and please share. Subhanakallah, Allahumma bihamdika, asyhadu an la ilaha anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.